Hey there, I'm John with Board Game Geek, and today we have Matt Ryan here from Bezier Games. So it looks like you are showing us Maglev Metro.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on here?
So Maglev Metro is a really exciting game. So the theme of the game is that you're replacing existing subway and public transit systems with magnetic levitation rails. So you're trying to make the travel in these different places more efficient. The map we have here is actually in Manhattan, and you'll see when the board comes out, it's going to be double-sided. The first side is going to be Manhattan on the top side. On the other side of the board is actually going to be Berlin.
Okay.
And each map is going to provide different challenges, different obstacles, maybe some different strategies to utilize different things to try to fulfill win conditions and get the points you want. So one of the really, really neat things about this is you're going to be you're all going to kind of start in a central place. For this Manhattan's a very beginner map, and this is a prototype, but this is very close to how components are going to look. But Manhattan gives you this big central station called the hub, because it's Grand Central Station.
Makes sense.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
And so the hub is going to allow you to all start in the same place. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be delivering robots to stations to fill your player board that you have here with your little robot meeples, which is going to allow you to take extra actions, build extra tracks, maybe build stops. So you need to utilize this to really fill out what you're going to be doing each turn, but you don't score any points for your robots. That's the unique thing about them. They're just helping you construct this magnetic levitation train. You're going to get all your points for delivering passengers to where they want to go.
Okay.
So as the game goes, you're going to be pulling passengers from a bag and repopulating different stations and trying to get the passengers to their destinations. And you can do cool things on your boards with those as well, building different bonuses for victory points for that color meeple or victory points for each connected track.
Okay.
This is kind of unique, and one of the things I always tell people, it's really unique because we're going to have transparent tiles in the game, which I'll show you right here. You can actually see through these tiles, and they'll stack on top of each other as well. So just because someone's built a train somewhere doesn't mean that you cannot also build a train in that same track in that same location, and it doesn't have to go the same route either.
Okay. Yeah.
So most train games, one of the big mechanics is there's a lot of blocking, and you can kind of stop people from getting to or going places.
Yeah.
This is underground metro, so you really can't. But the cool part is no one's stopped from going to stations you've already built to.
Okay.
As you play the game, one of the cool things that at the end of the game that you're going to kind of end up with is a very unique map. Every time, and it does look a lot like a subway map when you complete it. So you'll have big curves and little curves to make sure you can get to where you want to go. But maybe the yellow player wants to build a station down here, and so he will put his tiles here, whereas the green player wants to build a station there. And so as you're populating these stations, you'll put the robots on them, and they're going to set right into this inlet board. Which will be a double layer board, so these will actually sit in there really nicely. But I think the transparent tiles is really what sets this apart from a lot of other games. It's very unique.
I've not seen that before.
At the end, I always take a picture of it, which I haven't found myself doing something with since Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yeah.
I always take a picture at the end just because I'm always so excited with what comes out of it. I'm like, oh, this is really weird. Like,
sure, yeah.
I would never put this room next to that room in real life. So this one gives me that same feeling at the end where even if I don't win, which I do win a lot, I like this game, even if I don't win, I still feel like we've done something really cool and really unique.
Could you give me a brief overview of what a single person's turn would look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So every player is going to start out with being able to take 2 actions on their turn. And their 2 actions can be any of these things in this column.
Yeah.
So all of these are possible actions. You can build track, you can move. Train capacity has how many robots or people can actually sit in your train.
Okay.
Which he fell right down. But they slide right in here, and it's actually really, really neat as they get put in here because you can hold up to 4 at a time, and when you get 4 guys in there, it looks really, really neat. But yeah, you're going to be trying to get these guys efficiently around the map. So you have to be able to pick up. So even if you're at a stop with 4 or 5 people, you can only pick up 1 person a turn until you've put a robot in here. And now you can pick up 2 people per turn. And then drop-off's the same. Refill station is how you're going to populate the people out onto the board. Adjust's really, really important. So adjust when you get towards the end game is going to allow you to move robots, only robots. You can't move your people around. but you can move your robots into different sections and adjust them. So at the beginning, building tracks and being able to build stations is really, really important. But when you get closer to the end of the game, you can be able to adjust him and move him. Maybe you want to be able to move to deliver more people. And so you're going to put it into move, so you're able to take more actions there. You also have the ability to get extra actions, which is cool. So if you fill these columns out, you can get extra actions on your turn.
But you're losing points, right?
The robots, no. The people are going to be worth their points on your board no matter where they are.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so these guys are worth 1, our lighter guys, and the darker color pastels are going to be worth 2.
Yeah.
And so they're worth points no matter where they end up, but you have to decide, because if you fill out this column, all your pink ones are going to be worth an additional victory point.
Okay, cool, cool.
The strategy also comes from everyone starts out with 4 scorecards. 4 bonus goal cards, and so the neat thing is you're going to score 2 of those. You don't score all 4, so you can strategize based on what you have and kind of plan that way. And if you find out you have 3 cards that synergize well together, you may try to populate your guys into here so you can activate a 3rd card or a 4th card. I've never seen someone do all 4 cards, but
you could.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Maybe you have 4 that go together really well. So it's really, really unique. I kind of like it because it's something that I've never been super into pick up and deliver games. Whistle Stop was the first one I got really into, but this one really feels different. Like, it feels like it's something I can enjoy, and I really like that people can't block you. That's something about train games that usually gets me a little frustrated. I'm like, I have a plan, I have a strategy, this is what I'm going to do. And then it just takes a couple turns, and I'm like, oh, I have to replan everything.
The one other question I have is about these stacks of tiles that are obviously in your color. You start with all of them, and you can play any of them out, and it's just a depleting resource as you go through the game?
Yep, so you'll have a finite amount of them. It's a pretty good resource
Decent amount?
pool. Yeah, it's rare to run out. I think I've run out in one of the games I've played. But you can also adjust your track. So the ability to build track, you also have the ability to remove track. So if he decided he didn't want to go to this stop for any reason, he can remove track for the same increment he would build it.
Yeah.
So really, really neat.
Awesome. So what's the timeline for this game, for like general release? Or
So this is a plan to be our Essen release. We're really, really excited about it. Our Essen's going to be big for us this year because we will also have released Silver Coin, and we also will have released Whistle Mountain by that point. So we'll have a lot of really great titles at Essen this year.
Okay, great. So keep your eye out for this one in October, it sounds like, 2020.
Yep, absolutely.
And thanks for coming on, Matt, to show us Maglev Metro.
No problem. Thanks, guys.